Now, Vice Golf are more commonly known for their golf ball, but in most recent years, they've stepped into their putters, wedges, and irons. But in my hands today, they have gone a step further, entering the metal wood market. So let's give these a whack, test them out, and see how they perform. All right, so I'm going to start with the looks. Now, these are quite unique in the sense of, yes, they do have a nice black matte finish to them, but the one thing I like about the hybrid is it's a little bit larger in shape, a little bit of offset, but not only that, the face design, you can see this little kind of circle on the center, marking the center club with a little bit of alignment on the top, which is just going to help you hit it out the center more often. But you can visually see that from address, which is quite nice. The fairway, obviously, when you go into the 3-wood, 15 degrees, you're not going to see it as much, but again, it still has that same design on the face, but it does allow you, again, to make sure you're lining that ball off the middle of the face. All right, and moving into driver, kind of similar face design. You've got that circle marking the center, obviously a little bit of alignment at the top, but the main difference is this crown. Now, a little bit different. It's still a matte finish, but it's a bit fun, it's a bit funky. It's very Vice Golf, but I actually really like it. Looking down, you can see a nice bit of curvature, which if you've seen in driver design before, that's just gonna help you get the ball moving back into the center of the fairway, especially on those mishits. So it's got a little bit of forgiveness in that shape as well. Looks really cool, bit of weight on the back as well. For better CG, better launch. Now this is a low spinning head, so you're gonna see a lot more of a penetrating ball flight and lower spin off the driver. Now sound and feel, I'm actually a really big fan. The hybrid just pings off the face. It's quite crisp, it's pure, you can hear it fizz through the air. It's a great sounding and great feeling hybrid. I was actually really impressed with this. If I go into the fairway, it's a little bit different. It was a little bit more kind of hollow feeling, but again, it does come off really hot, forgiving as well. And with it being a draw bias head, like the hybrid as well, you will start seeing straighter shots, especially if you're starting them left and cutting them back into the middle of the fairway. I actually really enjoyed the performance of those two. All right, moving on to the driver, I absolutely love this. Titanium face, big fan of that. Comes off like a rocket. Very forgiving as well, especially for the low spinning model that it is. But no matter where you hit it from, toe to heel, feels great, sounds great. And yes, it does look a little bit different, but I absolutely love the feel of this. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the tech with these metal woods. The hybrid has a deep CG in the back, which is going to give you a nice high launching ball flight. Not only that, because it is a precision milled face, you're going to get great consistency off that head. Obviously, draw bias head, if you are someone who starts it a little bit left and cuts the ball, you're going to hit a lot more straighter shots with this, but it is really easy to get the ball in the air and see a nice high towering ball flight. Now in the fairway, you do have a low CG, which is nice and low and back in the club head to allow you to get the ball in the air with ease. Again, you have that precision milled face, and then you have the circular shape. Now this is a high strength steel face, so you're going to see explosive speeds, which are going to give you great distances, and especially with that high launch, going to give you great carry as well. Now moving on to the driver, we do have the weight at the back. Now when you put weight back, it's going to give you a higher MOI, more stability, so when you do miss hit shots across the face, you're going to see straighter drives and longer carry distance as well, because the face isn't going to spin nearly as much. You've got the milling across the face, but not only that, you've got that fast speed titanium face, so you're going to see explosive ball speeds, great distances, no matter if it's center, toe, or heel. You're going to be very happy with the results. Now, one thing you will notice as well, looking down at this, there is a bit of bulge and roll and face curvature. Now what that does, if you hit it off the heel, it's going to start left and come back to center. And if you hit it off the toe, it's also going to start a little bit right, but also return back to center as well, giving you loads of forgiveness, especially in this low spinning head design. Now to gather all the important data, we are using Foresight Sports GC quad, kicking it off with the 4 hybrid, very impressive. 252 carry, 166.9 ball speed, peak height 114, launch angle 9, descent angle 44.8, and a backspin 4,754. Really impressive numbers, just showing you that CG, which is nice and low and in the back of the club, is giving you great launch, great height, with also great spin as well. So it's coming down soft, so which is great if you're hitting those longer shots into par 4s or trying to hit those par 5s into as well. Just really impressive across the board, especially the speed off that forged face. The 3-wood again was really impressive. Carry distance of 388 yards, ball speed of 17.8, which is just insane. Launch angle 9.6, peak height 125, and descent angle 44.6. Backspin 3,711. Again, with that low CG all the way back in the club head, just shows you how easy it is to launch and get in the air. Draw bias head actually allowed me to be really consistent with dispersion as well. And I think just on the ball speed, that high strength steel face, very impressive, which is why it's giving you such solid carry distances. Okay, moving on to the big dog, the driver. I am super impressed with this. 343 yards of carry, just rockets only. Very impressive. 201 ball speed, 12.3 launch angle, 46-degree descent angle, peak height 160, backspin 2,895. This thing's just class, just across the board. The speed coming off that titanium face is incredibly impressive. 201 ball speed. It's just so fast, it's so hot, and I even hit a couple off the toe and one off the heel as well. The dispersion is really impressive. I hit 4 down the middle and I lost 2 a little bit to the right, but that's user error. But overall, it's just an absolute rocket launcher. Absolutely loved it, and I think for the price, it is incredibly impressive. Now I'm super surprised by these metalwoods. I didn't really know what to expect, but these all pack a massive punch. Really impressed with the driver. The numbers really do speak volumes on how good this actually is, and I think for 349 quid, if you're on a bit of a budget, it's definitely worth looking and putting this in the bag. If you're looking for forgiveness in your fairways and hybrids, you definitely need to check these out as well, because I think you'd be pleasantly surprised just how good these are. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, give us a like, and we'll see you next time.